Isabel Hernandez, who lives in a rural community in northern Nicaragua, gets her news when she travels to the city to buy groceries. Where she lives, there is little or sometimes no access to electricity, so residents rely on battery-powered radios to get the news.
We do not realize what is happening in the country. We don't know anything about how we are.
Hernandez and other neighbors in her community used to listen to Radio Darío, which was shut down a few weeks ago by the Ortega government. Radio Darío was one of the oldest stations in Nicaragua, a VOA affiliate and one of the few frequencies that reach the western part of the country.
La noticia, amor.
I like listening to the news, all news, and sometimes we like to hear the games.
Y a veces que oímos el juego.
The station was shut down by Telcor, the state entity that regulates Nicaraguan radio. In a letter to the station, Telcor said that the station didn't meet what it called technical requirements to operate. Radio Darío director Aníbal Toruño denies that. He says the radio station was in full compliance with the law and that the move was political. Radio Darío executives say they will fight the shutdown of the radio signal. In the meantime, the outlet continues to broadcast its shows digitally.
This is not the end. This is the beginning of something new. This is the beginning of a new dimension, and this is a new way of doing radio. We are going to move forward.
In recent years, President Daniel Ortega has ordered the search and closure of the offices of dozens of media outlets, including Nicaragua 95-year-old newspaper La Prensa, and other outlets like Confidencial and 100% Noticias. In August of this year, La Prensa staff fled to the country after authorities accused its manager of money laundering, a charge La Prensa officials say is politically motivated.
Not only are a good number of fellow journalists on the street, but also the entire staff. People from the printing department, people from marketing, people from other areas, such as management.
The organization called Independent Journalists and Communications of Nicaragua says 16 reporters left the country in the first 2 weeks of August. There are no newspapers being printed inside Nicaragua, and the few media outlets reporting on the country are operating either in hiding or from outside the country. Ortega has denied the attacks against the media and has accused critical press of lying. In the meantime, neighbors in this rural community in Nicaragua continue to search for a radio station that provides news about what is going on in their country. For Houston, Castillo, and Donaldo Hernandez, Cristina Caicedo Smit, VOA News.